ABS Radio and Television program, and today we shall x-ray what it takes to give governance, and of course the ensuring good governance through the legislature. Ensuring good governance through the legislature. The legislature plays a crucial role in good governance by representing citizens well, making laws and overseeing the executive branch to ensure accountability and transparency. The legislature also prevents abuse of power by the government and its agencies and ensure policies are implemented effectively. And so on this program today, we shall x-ray how the legislature contributes to good governance. I am Eze Onwuji, and we have in the studio Rotarian Kanayo Bidibo, former Rotary President, UNIZIC. Ozome Omili, I say good morning, ABS. Welcome.
Thank you. I'll start by saying Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day, indeed. Happy Father's Day. And we are expecting Right Honorable Ejiko Kechukwu, member representing Anocha 2 constituency in the Anambra State House of Assembly, to join us. Of course, he is the House Committee Chairman on Finance and Appropriation. All right. While we wait for him, we go ahead and look at good governance. Kedi Hebu Ezio Chichi, good governance.
Well, the good governance is a process, which public institutions, manage public affairs resources, ensuring a good system that is transparent, very accountable as well, and responsive, to the need of the people. That is good governance to say. And then, above all, upholding the rule of law. Very important, that's if all these indices are found in any polity, then it becomes the people's or populist kind of governance, where people actually felt that what we now describe as democracy, which is the government of the people, for the people, by the people. So that is what it means. That when good governance is in place, all these factors, all these indices must be, involved. They are critical in any role of good governance.
Let's look at whose responsibility is it to provide or promote good governance?
Well, it is a collective thing, but somebody must, show some leadership. Leadership. The government, because government is a collective thing or the institution, and good governance, to promote it, is when the players thought out good policies, and then the people, the electorate, the constituent, all of them, put together, will now to the line. You must show good policy. You must show commitment. You must show empathy. You must show that these policies you are formulating, policies that are, carry people along. You must carry people along. So to have a good governance in place, there must be leadership. You must show leadership. You must show transparency. You must show accountability. When people start to see these things playing out, they don't have any choice than to support that particular government, because that government is responsive. He knows their needs. Because the needs of the people is paramount. One of them is security. If people are properly secured and there is tranquility in the land, obviously that government will actually make sense to everybody, including the outside world, because it should be a reference point.
Sure. The program is ACU's and ABS Radio and Television program. Today we are discussing ensuring good governance through the legislature. Ensuring good governance through the legislature. Kedo ka ndị omeiwu ga-eji nye aka ka e nwee ezi ọchịchị n'obodo. Anyị na Rotarian Karayo Obidigbo, no, public affairs analyst, and of course former Rotary President UNIZIK, and we are expecting Right Honorable Ejiko Okechukwu, member representing our Anocha to constituency in the Anambra State House of Assembly, and of course House Committee Chairman on Finance and Appropriation. We are live on Facebook. Anambra Broadcasting Service, live on Facebook. You like us, you share, and then you make your comment or ask question. We are capable of answering them. The resource persons are here. And you can also call us 0706-538-1320. 0706-538-1320. Call us, make your input. Let's get it, because you are a stakeholder. When we talk about good governance, now what are those things that our citizens are expected of, their contributions to good governance, contributions of the citizens? Can you call me and the alpha?
Well, edu Monday na chi wee nwee ike na-eso usoro gọọmenti nọ n'ọchịchị a, ị ga-eme ihe dị mma. Ndị ị na-achị ha ga na-atụkwa otu isi, pay your tax as at when due, and then obeying the rule of law. Those are important factors. Bụ ndị na-eso ya bụ onye edu anyị ga-eme, because na ndị ọka si ọ nọ n'isi kwọta mmiri, ọ nọ n'ọdụdụ kwọta mmiri, n'ọkụ ụgbọ ghara igbu. Ya na ibe a na-ekwu bụ na onye na-achị achị, ndị na-emebi iwu, n'anya iwu na ndị ọkaiwu anyị na-emebi iwu, nwe nke ba mee na Jenụwarị a, nke a ba mee maka security, ya maka nchekwa ime obodo anyị dị iche iche, maka ndị ọka na-egowe ndị abana mfu awa, ndị ọchọ nke n'oku, ndị na-emebi obodo. Ndị a na-eme iwu wee mee iwu wee nwee n'udo ga-achị. Iwu anwa, maka a na-ekwu maka ndị na-emebi iwu iji aka, iwu anwa ndị na-emebi iwu n'ọgbakọ n'iwu Anambra steeti mere wee mịta mkpụrụ nke anyị na-agwa anya na ọkọtọ mgbe ọ dịzị ka Anambra steeti ọ bụ Banana Republic, ọ dịka a ga-achị na mmadụ anọrọ na ọ bụ ọzọ mmadụ nwee ọgọdọ ewu na-ata. Chukwu wee mee iwu a wee pụta, iwu anwa wee bata obodo niile dị iche iche wee lụba ọrụ. Ebe na ọ bụ na e nwere ezigbo ụlọ mgbakọ ebe a na-eme iwu wee mee nke a, maka nchekwa obodo bụ the most important thing, security of life and property. And since Anambra State have witnessed in the last couple of months of maximum security, because I would say it's a maximum security, because since I said the other time here that we can now sleep with our third eye closed. Some people don't know we have third eyes. So we sleep with our third eye closed. So not only two, but so we can now doze off and sleep, because na anechenche and they are being caught by the day, like what happened in Obo. Sometimes the guys who went there to bombard the police station and kill the lady cop is apprehended. He's now singing, and these are the things we want to be, observing and hearing. So Ndudogache is a welcome development as a result of Ndobakiwu Imeka Enwe Udo Gachi Anambra State.
All right, we are joined, as I told you earlier, we are joined by Right Honorable Ejike Okechukwu, a member representing Anocha to constituency in the Anambra State House of Assembly, and of course House Committee Chairman on Finance and Appropriation. Obuno Kefi. Guy boy had a wafa. Obuno Ko. Manayama Obi, onye no ga-akpọ Obi, baga.
Ndị ọzọ na-akpọkwacha na onye iwuji. Mgbe iwuji mmadụ.
Okay, maka ka etime ihe ghara dị from home.
A na-etikwa n'ire mbosi nwoke ma ọ bụ mmadụ kpọpụta n'onwe ya ijere ọha ozi ka ụlọ jigoro nwayọ mechie for a period of time. Amara na ọha nye mmadụ.
Right Honorable Ejike Okechukwu. As we said earlier, in our introduction, we said that the legislature plays a crucial role in good governance by representing citizens well, making laws and overseeing the executive branch to ensure accountability and transparency. The legislature also prevents abuse of power by the government and its agencies and ensure policies are implemented effectively. We've been able to define what good governance is. You will also tell us that, but then let's go straight to your constituency. The role of the legislature in providing and promoting good governance.
Okay, ọkwa na-asụ Igbo. Maka usoro ọnụ ụba n'oyibo nwere ike nsogbu adị. Nke izizi bụ na ọrụ dịịla onye omebe iwu. Ọrụ dị iche iche dịịla onye omebe iwu. And ebe ọ na-akasị ewute bụ na ndị be anyị amakadoro ihe onye omebe iwu kwesịrị ịlụ. Na ha chọrọ ka onye ọbụla na-alụ nke the executive arm of government na-alụ. Iji maa atụ, constitutionally onye omebe iwu nwere ọrụ na-atọ o kwesịrị ịlụ dịka onye omebe iwu. Nke izizi bụ representation, ịnọchite anya ndị afọ tụrụ ya vote, ime ka ha nwee olu n'ụlọ omebe iwu, ime ka o nwee gọọmenti kebere ka a ghara ikewa ha, ime onwe ihe na-enye ha nsogbu ka ha nwee onye ha ga-esi n'ọnụ ya wee kwupụta ya wee mee ka gọọmenti mmadụ maka ya. Nke a bụ representation, ịnọchite anya. Nke ịbụọ bụ lawmaking, nke bụ imebi iwu for the good and the benefit of the people. The laws that will be for the good and the benefit of the people. Nke ịtọ bụ oversight according to section 128 sub 1234 of the 1999 Constitution, where the House derived its powers to oversight the other arms of government based on their legislative competence, which in turn implies that na onye ọbụla MDA, ministry, department and agency ọbụla Obu House of Assembly may make laws guiding them. Obu House of Assembly may make provisions for the way they are being funded through the budgetary provisions. The House of Assembly will oversight functions on them to know how those monies appropriated to them are spent. No, but we hear so all can do maybe now. You tezi ọrụ na-ata wee gbakwuru good governance. Good governance bụ ọchịchị ga-abalị onye ọbụla uru. Ọchịchị all the ingredients of government ga-adị n'ime. Ọchịchị nwere rule of law. Ọchịchị nwere human rights abuses. Ọchịchị nwere good and thriving economy. Ihe ndị anụwa bụ good governance. Mana ọ bụ na a na-achị ndị mmadụ agụụ na-egbu ndị a na-achị, ọ bụrụ na enwere ka esi were eme selective justice, ahụrụ ụmụ chi ya ọzọ, ahụrụ ụmụ gbuo ichi, ọ bụrụ na a whole lot of serious insecurity and the hunger in the land, it lacks those ingredients that makes it good governance. So ikuzie kedolo di maybe na good governance, ensure we will good governance. Nke izizi bụ na ndị maybe we because we nwere ndị to have vote ha na-eji anọchi anya ha. onye omebe iwu nwere ikikere ịnọkọta pụta kịta n'ụlọ omebe iwu Anambra steeti onwe okwu a na-etinye ọnụ ọ bụghị okwu gbara akpụrụ omume obi n'ebe ahụ okwu ihe sọrọ ya mba ihe ọ bụla o kwuru ebe a is assumed to be ihe ndị tụrụ ya vootu na-anọchi anya gwara anya kwuo so ọ bụrụ na o kwuo ife adabara na ebumnobi ndị tụrụ ya vootu ebe ọ na-adị iwu ọ dị eme ọfụma that is why a good representative ji wee na-enwe consultations with the powers that be from his constituency regularly from time to time and also organize town hall meetings regularly ka o wee mara ife ndị ahụ ọ na-anọchi anya fachọrọ wee mara ka ọ ga-esi wee melifa ya nke ikpe bụ those lawmaking na imebi iwu a ha na-ekwu maka ya o nwere ka a ga-esi na nakịta weta iwu kwuo na onye ọbụla gafere n'okporo ụzọ ejiri ya kụọ ya 24 a house member ejesoro n'iwu a infringing on the right of his constituents. So if you are a law promoting good governance, only you will have the House of Assembly and Anambra State na mbucha hagaraga na mbidara, and the winner have landmark laws. Gagulu all the states in Nigeria na chosen can will copy where such a law, enact such laws in the various states. In case the Anambra State local government administration system law. In every game it generated lots of controversies. For the whole government the local government, now administer a whole lot of things happen because na fire lotaro if any be but not getting people like us. More about chairman house committee on media and publicity, not just finance and the appropriation. Or people like us guys, they call them the man, if you work. But this law, I go against the Supreme Court judgment that is talking about the autonomy of the local government. Now this law, I do local government more the powers to implement or do whatever they want with their funds. Now the only thing we enacted in the law, but the fund received out for common services to be handled and administered by local government mayors themselves. That if such fund is not taken out to a common post, no one will local government who say na D can you pension, can you get gratuity. No such fund fixed somewhere or received out somewhere to be managed stay by the local government executives. So oga was here ndị mmadụ ghọta iji maatụ ndị nkụzi onye nkụzi nwere ike ibili ọrụ na anọcha ọrụ ahụ na-abụ ewoji arụ nke ọfịa ọrụ ahụ ịtọ ewoji ya ekwusigo ya na oge ọ ya arụcha ọrụ iri arụ ịtọ na ụma wee reta ya kedụzi local gọọmenti ga-akwụ ya ụgwọ pension and gratuity na ọ bụrụ na enwere ego edobere somewhere the collectively contributed by the entire local government. How do we pay them? Okay, ndị chọpụtara ihe iwu anụnwa anyị mere kwuru onye ọbụla megịnị daa jụụ ma ọ na onye ji ego local government eme anything. And today Anambra is becoming better for it. Other states are even demanding for these copies of these laws to enact same for their states. Nke Igbo bụ nke na nkwumune na studio kwuru kịta maka establishing Anambra State's Homeland Security Law. That law will automatic influence or automatic relevance in the society. As it was named earlier, inaugurate Agune Chamber in Calafia in collaboration with these other security agencies. A bido chukwu maka na chi overall if you read the release of this Commissioner of Police this morning that kidnapping was foiled yesterday at Okacha Junction number 1 town. No one did na have moto na abo but that news in the abulu ha kidnap wa o kwandi udogachi operation udogachi that was established by that same law for that operation. Now, but I was motor has easy. I wouldn't care for no more. I like it and so if you maybe you will to do with good governance, Buribu, Rinne, man, the most important thing about Indine Iwafu, to try say no. But we had a Obuku, Gay, Ndum Aka. Ijikwa atụ ọzọ o nwere iwu ọzọ anyị na-eme ọ nọ n'ụzọ kịta that law I sponsored it no sponsor it Anambra State Service Apprenticeship Bill 2024 that bill bụ maka ịgba boy Because the unique employment program in the olden days, before the emergence of Yahoo and the Okitono and also, we took our time. We did a whole lot of things. We investigated to know what caused the death of Iwaboy. And we will outline those things with the cake or saying, now kids is able to find about a child, butcher boy, or guy, do. I could feel joy. Ujezi onani ụfọdụ bụ ndị na-abara ozu ego ọga ma ọ bụ nke ụfọdụ idea will be a whole lot of things. Ụfọdụ bụ ndị nwere ajọ chi ya agbacha adị bụ ọga ha achọ ka o ruo ụlọ oge rụzie ọga na-agha ada because of the economy ọrụ mụzi ike ịzụrụ onwe ya efezi iru ma bụ ụlọ. I know the House of Assembly will articulate all these problems. We tinye in the process of lawmaking. One, can government make an input? No, you know, boy, a commission government against it. Oh, no, you know, boy, okay, really something government against Naka government. Where put that, where Jana Konya, boy. Oh, we didn't know get as a lad, I mean, only Hamanda Chancha. You won't go get it. Oh, no, got in here, government in here. Because we are talking about unemployment now, and that's Elba boy employed at least 40% of our population in the 90s, but today we are losing it. All our sister states was only benefited from it. So these are the little tips of the icebergs of what good legislation can do in improving good governance in the state.
That law came up here, Makakewe checkmate, ndi oga ade onye orombo just a settlement or emago. The law is
every area in that bill. It will be the right of oga, the right of Umaboy, and the role of the courts in determining. Because a man look at that because it was a commission controlling Umaboy in the state. And that commission, a man look at how his record data of when Umaboy born away on Abana Lagos, on Abana Ibadan. And they keep track of those boys and the girls as the case may be. But look at each one mother. Even mother, you have to go and prove it beyond reasonable doubt before the court of law. And then when they come, they go I do not commensurate. Court about the years, no, really quite all right. But they go not more like EG, carry you with you. What is the change? Near, come away and let in chat. They will change there here. Or what is you go to carry a Egypt parents, somewhere no be work war. Macano came if I didn't can you
Oh, yeah. Obunuko. The program is Issues and ABS Radio and Television Interaction here, and today we are discussing ensuring good governance through the legislature. Ensuring good governance through the legislature. Kedo kagesi we megezi ochichi kudosi ke site n'aka ndi na-eme iwu. Anyị na Right Honorable Ejiko Okechukwu na obo member representing Anocha 2 in the Anambra State House of Assembly. And of course, House Committee Chairman on Finance and Appropriation, and then Media and Publicity as well. And of course, Rotary and Kada Vidibo, former Rotary President, UNICEF, and a Public Affairs Analyst. Remember, you can call us on 0706 538 1320, 0706 538 1320. We are live on Facebook, Anambra Broadcasting Service. Ozome. Let's look at Unaya Metuchiaka, Manoka for Kani, Nail, Yaka, Ibuputacha, Yenina, Ibuta, good governance characteristics. When we rule of law, they are transparency, the Kedo, no, you book history and back, Ibutu Zayakata. Characteristics, age where good governance.
Well, Maka, I just work with number. Good governance about. Emas na ndị ewu na-ata agbala ụmụ ya na-enye anya na onye isi ma ọ bụ ndị isi ọ ga-ewepụta ọkpa egwu maka na good governance very effective based on na the leadership is doing the right thing and it is seen to be doing the right thing. like you rightly said, Honorable, with certain things they are putting in place in the legislature that will affect the life of the Anambra, particularly the youth. A percentage of the population of Anambra people who are the youths, who are supposed to be the engine room of good governance. Because if the youths are employed, properly employed, working, then their contribution will actually, translate to the factors that make good governance effective. But in a situation where, like you rightly said, our youth have deviated, if my way and Yahoo, my Yahoo Plus, my Ibu Made, human, body, harvesting organs and all that. You have what has happened. Ishiyokite. In good days, those were the good days of the Nigerian people. We have not seen it. We just heard about it. So, in the PC, na government titileti, where you are not in your government. Like I said, rule of law. And the government will not in any way promote an obnoxious law that is not acceptable to the people. People will say, if you watch the National Assembly, when they come up with all these their discussions on issues like scrapping of NYSC, people saw that as irrelevant legislative exercise. So, rule of law be very important, because if there's no rule of law, there will be anarchy. Therefore, government promotes it and we follow. We must behave. We must behave in accordance with the rule of law. You must show that behavior, that the law is paramount, the law is overall, and the law is respected of nobody. So, even in the animal kingdom, there is rule of law. You see, that is why when you look at the discovery, you will find out that some animals have territories where others don't actually trade. They don't go there. And that shows you that when the lion roars, other smaller animals will listen, because you know there's the rule of law within them. Well, but because now we are human, because we are the people, we have to imbibe that culture of respecting the law. If it's a traffic light, you see, we don't have popular zebra crossings, which I am appealing to on the road safety. They should be able to put zebra crossings so that you stop. If we are civil, whether traffic, vehicular, or human, have their own exercise, laws to exercise, namely right of road.
To cross the road, the road sign.
So those are the things, and the man should obey it. You should obey the traffic. Upgrading in the night in good countries. If you're not about the red light, so you stop and wait. That is rule of law. You are respecting the law of traffic of the county. So really now, the human factor in good governance is very critical, because now you can action, now you not promote that rule of law. Therefore, we must amend our ways and behaviors to suit that rule of law. Otherwise, what do you see?
Among good governance.
Thank you.
Right, Honorable Legislature, you said something when you were talking about how the legislative arm of government can contribute to good governance. You mentioned oversight. How often do you embark on oversight functions?
Section 103 of the 1999 Constitution, as amended, mandated the House to form various standing committees of the House. because the House works more and more efficiently at committee levels than at plenary. At plenary is called at the, how do I put it? Plenary is the House at the site of the people, where just the people look at what is happening and how the proceedings are being done. But the major works are done at the committee level. So the oversights as performed by the houses, by the House of Assembly, are mostly done at the committee levels. Take, for instance, there is a committee that is in charge of oversighting every MDA of the government. For example, chairman and the committee on education oversights the Ministry of Education, the ASUBEB, the PPSSC, the universities, state-owned universities or higher institutions of the states, and all was not. Periodically, they invite them or they even visit them, look at their books, ask questions, so and so money. How did you spend it? What are the processes taken in spending it? What happened? Let us see the bidding processes. Who and who bidded for this project? And how did you arrive at this person as the most rightful person to give this contract? At what rates? Why do not gonna bidding that may be the does not necessarily mean no the least amount gal. Oh, you can read the least amount, man. Convince you how gal. Come on, you can already $1 billion naira. Well, somebody else a bid in Niagara with 80 billion. Immediate investigation, because it has to go through the public procurement. Immediate investigation, not easy. Now you want machineries or get you well. Will you give such a job to the person? Somebody might bid 100 million. Usually, full machines or get you earlier, full of the capacity to do it. These are things that most of our people don't know the processes things do before it gets to the fore. So, the House oversights in these areas, taking critical notices of whatever thing that transpired underneath. That is why an average House of Assembly member knows whatever that thing that's happening in the state from A to Z. They know because they should know. They open the books. If there is anywhere they question them, if there is any anomaly, because section 128 sub 2, also the reason for this oversight will be one, to unravel incompetence and the corruption. To unravel incompetence and the corruption. So through oversight, the House can establish the so and so commissioner other competence. Now the office saying they are not handling of more, and we recommend the change immediately. Or when are they corrupt? Maybe I know that he mismanaged it or misused it, or that in such a way, because when you talk of budgetary allocations, they are statutes that must be obeyed. Once a budget is passed and signed into law, it becomes a law that must be obeyed. That make we now the G10 naira we do the ABS. Only Commissioner for Information, Asemba no will eboze any Lego, can we really do the national light? It is misappropriation in the real sense of it. So all these things are what we look into during oversight. All these things are what we look into during oversight to see to establish the competence of the people that are handling various ministries, departments, and agencies of government, and to look at what they do, how they do the spendings. That is why you see the effect through the various infrastructure development going on in the state. Because of those proper oversights, it may be difficult if you're in an Aruna state.
Ọ dị maka anyị ndụmọdụ ka anyị wee pịachie ọzọ ndụmọdụ gị inye ma gọọmenti ma ndị a na-achị achị n'ihe gbasara iweta ezi ọchịchị good governance.
Ndị ọkachi na ọkpụmọkpa na-eweta iji ya meaning ọ bụrụ na gọọmenti na-achị ọfụma, there is tendencies that people must behave themselves, because you don't have to question a policy that is very popular, that actually, like when His Excellency came up with the policy of free education, or to the benefit of the people, to the more of the indigents So, but when he came up with it, you found out that everybody held him. And he has encouraged out of school issue to become a thing of the past. So to us, when a government comes up with a policy or programs that actually has effect on the people that they govern, there's no way that people will not uphold that and they support the government as it is now. I'm using Anambra State as a test case. That's where I live, and I can see it working out. That everybody is actually trying to whip himself into line, not government asking you. Like paying your taxes as at when due, because you have seen. Thank you. Look at when I was here yesterday night, like I told you for the first time. It is even better than the White House. The electrification is better than the White House. I've been to the White House, so I can say for sure.
It's comparable to the White House.
Yes, could you find the Kuya etu ndị obi iwu si were akwalite ọnọdụ ezigbo ọchịchị n'obodo, and nke izizi bụ na ndụmọdụ anyị ya akagodi n'aka ndị ahụ nyere ya bụ iwu ịgbasi mbọ ike na-emebi iwu ga-akwalite ọnọdụ ndị a na-achị achị ka ha nwee ike na benefit from the government of the day. Nke bụ ọ bụrụ ndị ahụ a na-achị achị ị na-edebe iwu oge na okwuru maka street lighting and obeying the traffic lights and all was not. Now, the law looked at these such offenses and regarded it as street liability offense, where you don't even need to prove intent. You only need to prove mens rea in the court to convict somebody that beat the traffic light. The only thing you need to tell the court is that this person beat traffic light, and they prove the action, not the mens rea. So it shows you the importance. Mama drive one way is street liability offense, and a whole lot of others, because these are offenses that are directly affecting the people. So they must not just email, not just email, no implementation and enforcing it. There were too many laws, not just in Anambra State, in Nigeria say that naively the essence of making new laws are frozen here. The most important thing abroad the making of laws, which the legislature does. But how do other arms of government that interprets, that implements? Well, do we need to collaborate with each other to make sure that all these things are formed together to give the people what they need in government? I must commend the government of the day, the governor of Anambra State. Honestly, he is doing what Comrade Napoleon couldn't do, and kudos to him.
And we do more.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We want to appreciate you for coming to the program. Right Honorable Ejiko Kechukwu, member representing Anocha 2 in the House, State House of Assembly, and of course House Committee Chairman on Finance and Appropriation and Media and Publicity. Obu Noko, and of course, Right Honorable Rotarian Kana Yobidibo, and former Rotary President Unizik Omili. I say no,
Thank you for having me.
And on behalf of everybody in the house that contributed to the success of today's program, and of course my producer Don Onyenji, I am Eze Onwoji. See you again. Bye for now.